Welcome to my channel, everyone. My name is DianaLesley, and today I would like to teach on a lesson on titled Think Before You Speak. Now, if you're new to my channel and you like this information, subscribe and share. Someone else may need to hear this message, and it would be great if you support the channel that way. So today's lesson is going to be on thinking before you speak. So we all know that we've had those days where we said things that we shouldn't have said, or we didn't think before we spoke, or we misspoke and said something that wasn't true or was a half truth. Okay, so today I'm hoping that you gain from this lesson a better way of handling that, so that doesn't occur with you as much. So that's why it's so important for us to think before we speak, and we all fall short in this area. There's no one that is exempt from making mistakes when speaking. So Proverbs 18 verse 21 says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof." Now, what that means is that you can build someone up with what comes out of your mouth, or you can kill their spirit, tear them down with what comes out of your mouth. So we have to be very careful, very, very careful that we don't kill anyone's dreams, anyone's ideas, anyone's self-esteem with the things that come out of our mouth. Now, I know there are times where we say things and we didn't know that it hurt someone, but our last the last thing that we should want to do as good people, men and women of God, is hurt someone, by the things that we say out of our mouth. So one other thing that came to mind is that when we speak, out of the heart is what comes out of the mouth. So it may be a heart issue that we're dealing with when we deal with people that don't necessarily say nice things. So I know everybody knows someone like that goes on and just says very mean and negative things to people, always has something negative to say, never happy for you, never rooting for you, never supportive of you. And that's people think that it's a mind issue or something like that, but a lot of times it's an issue of the heart, and we have to be patient with people like that. We have to be living examples of what not to be like. So hopefully, some people learn from example. So I came across the acronym THINK. And so I thought this would be a great teaching point to help bring this home for everyone, and to just make it really simple, quick things to think of when you're in a situation where you may want to say something not so nice. So the acronym is THINK. Okay, and so I came up with T. The thing you want to ask yourself: is it true? T, is it true? Because one thing you don't want to be is spreading rumors and lies, or saying something that you don't know is factual. We're all guilty of that, not purposely, hopefully. But it does happen. And, if you want to be a person of good character, you need to be careful of what you say. We don't want a person of good character never lies. Okay? At least not intentionally. Okay? So the next letter we have is H. The question you want to ask yourself here is it helpful? Is what I'm about to say going to edify, build up this person? Or is it going to do harm? We as men and women of God always strive to help and build up. So again, H is for, is it helpful? These are quick things that you can just think of in your mind and say, okay, wait a minute, I'm about to say this, but is this going to help this person or hurt this person? Okay. The next one I have is I. Is it inspiring? This is a very, very important point here. Our job is to inspire and build up each other. So the question you want to ask yourself, is this inspiring this person? Is this going to push them further towards their goal? Or is it going to pull them down, stop them from achieving greatness? The next one is in. In, is it necessary? Is it necessary? Now I want to spend a little bit of time on this one. Is it necessary? Because this is a very important point to bring out. The questions you want to ask yourself in a situation like this, when you're questioning if it's necessary, just ask yourself, does the person need to hear this? You ever been in a situation where you give information at the wrong time, or you give too much information at one time? This is that question you want to ask yourself. Is it necessary for this person to hear this right now? And then the next one you want to ask is, does it need to be said? Does it need to be said? Do you have to be the one to deliver this to this person? Because sometimes when we deliver things that are not necessary, we open up a whole big can of worms, and then we wonder why we're all stressed out. We opened our mouth when God was trying to tell us to be quiet. Let him deal with it. Let him handle it. It's not your job. It's not your battle. It's not your fight. Okay? We're all guilty of that, because a lot of times we want to help. We want to help someone. We know the answer to the solution to their issue. But if that person is not ready to receive that answer, then it's done in vain, and it can do more harm than good. So we always have to ask ourselves, is it okay to say this right now? And am I the one that needs to deliver it? And then the last point I want to bring up is, does it have to be said? Or do I just want to say it? Am I just saying this because I want to say it? Is it coming from a selfish place within? Or is this something that I feel the Holy Spirit's leading me to say to this person? We have to be very, very, very careful of that. Very careful. Because we, as men and women of God, tend to overstep our boundaries at times. Not intentionally, but again, we all struggle in this area, and that is why I felt it important to do this video. We have got to learn self-control. We have to learn self-control. Every thought that comes into your mind, everything that comes into your mind is not meant to be said, or there's a time and place for it to be said and shared. So we have to be very careful with that. The next letter is K. The biggest thing we have to know, if we have loving hearts of God and we want to edify one another, the question we have to ask ourselves is it kind? Is it kind? Is it something nice to say? A compliment can change someone's whole day. A smile, a compliment, it can That person, you never know what they're going through. It could change their whole day around. A kind word. And you know what, guys? Do you know what the best part of that is? It's free. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. It's free to be kind. It's free to be polite. It's free to say nice things to each other. You know? So, we can all do better in these areas. So, again, I just wanted to, encourage someone to think. Think. T, is it true? H, is it helpful? I, is it inspiring? N, is it necessary? And K, is it kind? Is it being said with the love of Jesus? Is it being said to build that person up, push them forward into their destiny, build them up? Is it being said to help them? Is it going to help? So I encourage you guys to just think before you speak. Think before you speak. Okay, thank you for joining me tonight. And again, if you're new to this channel and you made it this far, please hit that like and subscribe button for more content. And then share this with your children, share this with your friends, share, because someone can learn a lot from this message. All right, take care now. Bye-bye.